Because we have a bunch of ladies here that have traveled and from foreign places. So
I don't think I can accurately.
never.
No.
Okay.
Usually American.
We'll move on.
It was.
Miss French.
Can you repeat the question between
What is
American
the biggest
or?
difference between dating, well, in your case, an American man versus men from maybe France or other parts of Europe?
I would like to in France men chase women.
Okay.
And in other country, I know they don't care about girls. Some guys. So in France, we know all the girls. We have always been chased by men. So I don't know how it works in America. So
What have you? How long have you?
here?
Yeah.
Just less than a week.
Okay. What's the biggest difference between you've noticed between American men and French men from being here in a week?
Pretty much the same on the street. Like when boys, I don't understand why boys on the street they would be like, oh, like, do you think a girl will be like, oh my god, oh this guy?
Okay.
Yeah, stuff like that. But I don't know. Probably American will be more handsome than French boy.
Okay. So you think American men are better looking than French
Yeah,
men?
better looking like outfit and more attractive, or probably because of the language or the accent. Because for me, American accent is the best.
Okay.
Like, there's the English one, and it's
Okay, so for you, it's exotic. You like the
like there's the
different.
accent, and because it's English in another
different.
country, it's
Okay,
different.
but like strictly looks, do they actually look better to you, or is it just the? I'm going like from the physical standpoint. That's why.
they look better because probably there's more.
Okay.
So we've got a lot of choice.
So you think American men are better looking, but they're pretty much the same. They chase women here too, from what you've seen.
I don't know if they chase, but I
Okay.
just say on the street is still the same
It's the
thing.
same
But
thing.
when we are like closer,
Cat
thing, I
calls.
don't know. I don't know about.
Okay.
But
What
just
about you? What's the biggest difference between American men and foreign men? Maybe in your example, from Dominican men.
Honestly, I haven't really date here. I think more like Dominicans, Puerto Ricans.
What do you do here?
What you mean?
You don't date here. So what do you do?
I'll be single.
Okay, so why don't you like American men then? How about that? What do you like that
I
Dominican men
don't
do
think
that
they
American
got
men don't
that
do?
sauce, you know?
The swag?
Yeah, I don't think they just like, nah.
They're just boring, I guess.
Yeah.
Can you explain how they're boring specifically?
I don't know, it's just boring.
Can't
I don't like
dance.
them.
Can't like
Yeah.
cook for you.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah.
What is it?
I feel like they can cook, man. And they don't even know how to cook either, I feel.
You want a man to cook for you?
I
Really?
think we can both.
So what is it then?
Yeah. Like what is this specific? Like
I think that they not loyal here, honestly.
Dominican men are
They
well.
Okay.
you lying.
But I feel like they're different. Dominican men's, I mean,
They're the
if-
worst.
They could
Them and Puerto
cheat on
Ricans,
you,
they play.
but they commit to you. In my experience,
Okay.
you know.
All right. So
He
all
lied
right.
to you. Okay.
So American men are more boring than Dominican men. Is your Is your biggest, I guess, complaint?
Yes.
Okay, but you can't specify why they're boring.
Yeah, I just don't feel like they got that sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, like, they don't turn me on. I feel like they're just boring.
You don't have no razzle dazzle.
Ellos no tienen el sazón.
No seasoning.
She needs a Hector. Or 1, 2, 3.
I don't know if you caught what I caught there.
Oh, no.
Because the Dominican man goes and deals with other women, keeps her emotions stimulated.
Ah. She don't even realize.
Yeah. See, she don't even know. Bro, you guys think I'm kidding around when I tell y'all you need to have other women, bro. Okay. What about you? Have you ever dated a foreign guy before or no?
No.
No? Okay. What about you, Miss Venezuela?
The American man is too basic. I need
Too basic?
guys.
Okay.
Yeah, you need more saoco, more sazon.
Okay. So you're gonna say what she said, basically. Okay. Can you explain what makes them boring versus a Hispanic man?
The Hispanic man is too energy. He
The
wants-
vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mi amor.
Yo entendió.
It's
Can you explain
diferente.
exactly what the vibe is? Women can never explain the vibe when I ask them to, but please don't. Try your best.
No, it's different. It's more energy, more vibes, more
caliente.
It's the spirit.
Yeah.
The energy, the spirit. You feel it.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Okay.
La
So,
música.
so for you,
Sazon.
is it Hispanic
Sazon.
men only that you
Sazon.
prefer, or is it black men? Is it what are we talking here? You like Hispanic men mostly?
Yeah.
Does it matter their skin color? They just got to be Hispanic.
Basically.
Okay, hold on. Bad Bunny or Maluma? Who you picking? Neither?
I don't like a Bad Bunny.
Or J Balvin.
J Balvin or Maluma?
Maluma.
Or Negro TDH.
Oh yeah.
The hell are y'all talking about?
Oh yeah.
What? Okay, Mo, what does that mean?
He's a Venezuelan artist.
Okay, he's a
Me
Venezuelan artist.
tiene loco una chama.
All right, turn your shit into Telemundo. All right. Okay, so you just don't like that. You said that they're boring.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
No sazon.
Yeah.
No
pizzazz.
sazón.
Very
I told you,
I
el
think what
saoco.
she's
She
speaking to
told
is like a
you.
cultural
Yeah.
difference.
Yes.
So with Hispanics, you like from little, like the mother's like the core of the family. So the wife ends up being kind of mommy-like. Me personally, I'm not into Latinos anymore. Mucho machismo. But if I had to, Romeo Santos, like till the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
Romeo Santos. I have dated an American. I think they expect less.
What's the
'cause they're-
biggest differences between the two?
They're very excited to be with a Latina. Like,
Oh,
oh my
Okay.
God,
Una Latina.
All right, so they appreciate foreign women more.
I would say so.
Okay. What else would you say are the big differences between foreign men and American men?
Well, remember, so Latino men tend to be very machismo, so there's
Okay.
a certain expectation as a wife.
What are those?
So the whole caregiver thing is very prominent in the
Uh-huh.
Caribbean countries.
Yep.
And so when you're an independent woman, it tends to be like frowned upon almost.
Okay, so they don't like feminism over there.
Not so much.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you not like that? Do you prefer feminism over traditionalism?
No, I'm just fiercely independent. So to put me in a category where I'm going to subscribe to a machismo kind of principle.
Okay.
So
When you
don't-
can provide for your own, it's easier to like call the shots for yourself.
Interesting.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, about the machismo.
Muy machismo. Los Latinos son muy machismo.
But you don't think you can control that?
Yes, you don't choose Latino. For me personally.
Oh well, that's not a whole different story. I guess.
Yeah.
How do you control it?
I'm la jefa
You're the boss?
Yeah.
How?
because I am.
No. Okay, let's say he's machismo. How do you control him being machismo?
Like he can't be like that with me
Why?
because once you do that, you out.
Exactly. Which is
Pero if you know, like, if he wants you like that,
Mhm.
he needs to know where he going. You know, he's just not gonna be like machismo because you think you're a pendeja. I'm sorry, I'm not.
no,
Pero
no,
you know,
I think-
like, there is some set of like levels.
So he's successful. He's career driven, ambitious.
I feel like you can control a man. That's all. I feel like you can control machismo.
No,
I
no,
think
but I'm
when-
asking you, how would you do it though? Because
Well,
that's a very bold statement. So how would you do
okay,
it?
he need to go my ways. Like he needs to go my ways.
I don't
If
agree
you
with
don't go- If you don't go my way, okay, she let it go. But like,
No, I don't let it go. I just move on. So like I'm fiercely independent. I think some men have.
Yeah.
So if she leaves, you
yeah,
stay and you finesse. How do you do it?
I don't
he
waste my
need to
time.
handle that. If he don't know how to handle, he needs to find his way.
Okay, you're saying the same thing, but okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So sorry, you were finishing your point. So you said
No, I think so. Like the machismo that you find in Latino culture,
Yeah.
it's hard to be an independent woman.
Yeah.
Because that's not a traditional value that they seek. They want to be the breadwinner. They want to be in charge. So when you have an independent woman, it's like you have to stick to the old school values. You know what I mean?
okay.
Can I say something?
Somebody. Oh yeah, sure.
Can I
Go
say
ahead.
something? I think it's a different type of independence as a woman that you have in those types of circumstances. Sorry,
Yeah.
I do talk really
She
quietly.
has such a
Yeah, go ahead.
delicate voice. I
Um,
love it.
Because I'm very independent myself as well,
Mm-hmm.
but also like I understand traditional roles. So it's like women were powerful in our own type of way. Like we're not the men. So I feel like in traditional ways, it's more respecting being a man in the role and being a woman. And you're both independent and powerful in those positions, but within your own standard and where you are in life. And that's why we hold tradition and why tradition
Counter that,
holds for
you
so
also
long
are open
too.
relationships, so that's not very traditional either.
Well, I mean, it kind of is though, and
Not
like
really.
time standards in different religions too. It's just based on how like the man itself provides for what he has in his life. Not like it's not like someone's just going to fuck anybody and whoever
Sure.
they want. You know, it's
Right.
like what are you providing for the people in your life, and what are you maintaining for them? As that's the role of a man. You know, so
Right.
I think it really is more like what you're thinking independence is as opposed to like, you know, like, oh, they just don't let me do whatever I want to do, you know?
Right.
So I think it could be kind of both. Just because I'm Hispanic, I'm Puerto Rican. I grew up more traditional. I'm first generation, so like I know more traditional roles than new age roles. You know, so I never felt that my power was taken away from me in those types of situations. I learned a different type of power as a woman in my femininity.
With me, I think I've been very assertive. It's served really well in business.
Yeah.
In relationships, it depends on the person. If they're dominant, you know, I could be the alpha with them, and it just clashes.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
What's more attractive, in your opinion?
I like an ambitious person. So I'm not going to settle for somebody that's just easygoing and going. Like, if you're not meeting me at my ambition, if you're not trying to be generational wealth, CFO, CEO, if you're not on that level, I'll leave quickly because I can finance myself.
Well, you said you're independent, right?
Very much so.
When women say that they're independent, who are they independent of?
Everything. So,
but realistically speaking, who are they really independent of?
So, like, I don't need a man to pay rent. I
There
don't
you
need
go.
a
Independent
man
of men.
Right. Well, no, but I mean, I'm independent in terms of everything because I can I can exist by myself. I'm not an island, but I can cover everything by myself.
I understand that, but you don't see men that can do that, call themselves independent.
I think there's a lot of men that are independent.
But they never claim it.
They don't.
Be kind of foolish.
Should, but they should.
For being an adult?
Well, no.
I mean, imagine like if I walked around and I said I'm independent.
But you are.
Yeah, but that's kind of foolish to say that.
You don't got to say it.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
Because exactly. So I don't need to say it, but I'm saying it in the context of this conversation.
Yeah.
You asked the difference of dating a Latino and an American man. So I told you the American man respects that.
Respects the independence.
Well, so much they respect it, but they feel like it's kind of like a trophy to have a Latina. I've heard that a lot.
So they'll put up with the independence because you're Latina, basically.
Not even that, because Latinas bring a lot to the table. Like, I think American men are used to, and if I offend, I offend, but they're used to like a sandwich, and we're like there with your lunchbox with like arroz, chuleta, like maduros, like.
It's more family oriented,
right.
and
it's
they do cook a lot
definitely.
more than American women.
But it's not just cooking; it's everything.
How often you see that guy?
For Latinas.
Your ass.
I haven't seen him in 5 years.
So he refused to sign in 5 years, and you haven't seen him.
Does not want to sign. Yeah, it's all in county. I mean, I don't. It's on county records. He doesn't want to sign.
Yeah, because I just find it interesting that women say that they're independent, but what they really mean is I'm independent of men. I don't need men. But I mean, when women say that 9 out of 10 times, I'm strong and independent, it's a direct. How do I say this? It's a direct phrase to let men know that they're self-sufficient. But you don't see men run around and say, I'm independent, because we would just laugh at them. Like, what's wrong with you? You're an adult.
Men don't take enough credit that they should. I'm not shitting on men. I think men should also say it. But I don't think, because of the context of historically, you're not going to go around and be like, I'm independent. It's expected of you.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but but the thing is like women say that they're independent, and when they say that, they mean they're independent of men. And then, for you, you said that you control the man. What you were saying?
My ass man, I did control him.
You're the jefe? Okay.
Yes.
And where's he now?
You don't want to know that.
You're not with him anymore, right?
No.
He ran away, huh?
No, he didn't run away.
You killed him?
No. Why? Why would I kill my ass?
Oh, I don't know.
You guys are no longer together.
No.
Okay. Who broke up the relationship?
With it was life. Yeah, we didn't mean to broke up.
Okay, but who initiated the breakup?
None of us.
You're not saying anything.
Yeah, one of us. One of you had to initiate the breakup. It was either you or him. Who initiated it?
No.
It just fell
It
off.
just happened.
Yo, bro, I promise you, if I was ever gonna do a crime, it would be with her. She ain't saying shit.
No.
So
I think it will be him.
do you want a relationship where you're the boss?
Yeah.
The jefa.
So do you want a relationship where you call the shots and you lead? The man follows you?
I mean, it could be. It has to be mutual, you know. Like
Has
it's
to be
not
what?
leave.
Mutual.
Mutual, yeah. Not me 100%, because you also gotta leave him, you know, his space and let him know that he leaves. Pero, you know, a mí me gusta esa, I like that priority, you know. Like if he don't give me that prioritize, and
So what percent are you leading and what percent is he leading then?
I could do 75, I could do 25.
So you're the predominant leader. Do you think relationships work when women lead?
They could, depending.
But does it work in general when women lead?
Well, I feel men doesn't like women leading all the times.
Do women like leading?
I mean, in my case, I do.
But do you think most women like leading?
I don't think so.
All right, let me ask the panel real quick. How many of you think a relationship works when a woman leads? Raise the hand.
I do.
1, 2, okay.
A
Two.
woman is
No,
a neck.
me es
Okay.
más o menos.
Okay, more or less you think
Yes.
it works when a woman leads.
Yes, I'm not 100% on agreement.
Why do you think it works when a woman leads?
I do believe that in nature, a man feels more empowered if he leads. But I do believe that there's certain situations where females can actually push the man to be what both of them know he can be. It's just finding the correct person.
But what would women prefer? Would they prefer a man that they need to push to be great, or he already is great and she's just there?
No.
To be honest, I've had both relationships, and
Which one did you prefer? The one where you had to push the guy, or the one where the guy just knew
Not
what to do?
pushing guys.
both of them ended. So at the end
But which
of the
one
day,
was more enjoyable?
more enjoyable probably was him leading.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it kind of contradicts what you said a second ago.
Interesting.
No, I give it a 20-80 per se. There's cases where 20% of women can push the man to be that person, and the 80%
But
is,
do most women want to push their guy?
no, they don't.
Do most women want to lead?
Depende. If it's salsa, of course. But
Isn't the man supposed to lead in salsa?
if you don't dance, no, mi amor.
I think the man's supposed to lead in salsa.
The man always leads in
yeah,
salsa.
the man always leads in salsa.
First.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, but if he doesn't know how to dance,
You gotta lead
You
him.
gotta do what you gotta do.
That's an L.
You're still following
don't
salsa.
dance.
Yeah, do not dance with him.
Yeah, I was gonna say most women would find another
Yeah,
partner.
you end up not dancing with that
Yeah,
person.
you end up
That's
finding
true.
another partner.
Yeah.
They look for another
Okay, so
partner.
only 2 girls think that women can lead. Okay, why do you think women can lead? Go ahead.
Because why not? We can't leave.
I mean, you tell me. I mean, you're the one that's saying it.
I mean,
Why do you think women can lead?
Because if you think you're the shit, you're the shit. That's it.
Wait, what?
Okay, can you define what being the shit is specifically?
The boss
Okay, what makes a woman a boss?
leading
What qualifies her to lead a man?
a lot of things.
Such as?
You're making me explain myself too much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm asking you to explain your reasoning for why women should lead.
I mean, sometimes, es que no sé cómo explicarlo.
We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how to
What you're
explain
saying.
that. It just
Como se
something
dice?
inside me.
So women should lead, but you can't even explain why.
Yes.
Okay, maybe
And that
I
right there
can-
is exactly why women should never lead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm say the reason why women shouldn't
Alright,
lead
that's
Misogyny.
cool. It's okay.
is does anyone have anything before I say this? Okay,
Go
sure.
ahead.
Please go
Me
ahead.
too.
Because
Yeah,
us
go ahead.
women are
Talk.
based off of emotion and we're not logical. I feel like that's what you're gonna come at it with. But if I'm trying to describe how they're coming about it, since they can't really like find the words,
Oh, so you think women should lead too?
no, I think it's more or less so that, since we're human, we do have a certain level of what we can handle.
Yeah. Definitely.
And when it comes down to a point where a male, your man has a breaking point, you're there to lift him up in certain circumstances, not that he is weak or he can't provide, but more or less, just like you have someone that you look up to, when you're like, oh, I like that person because they have this, this, and this, and that checks off my list. You just want to be that person for.
But that's support, not being the leader. So you're supporting, you're not actually leading anything.
In a sense, but like let's say my husband's leading me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm observant of what he's doing, how he's leading. If at a point where he can no longer lead for a moment of vulnerability or some circumstance, I am capable of leading until he can lead again.
Let me ask you a question, because I love when girls say this.
Before
Yeah, she has some.
Let me ask you a question, and all the ladies can chime in on this. Let's say you're in the kitchen, and where you should be, by the way. But let's say you're in the kitchen, right? In a hypothetical situation, right? You're in the kitchen, and you realize that the pipe is leaking, right? And you're like, damn, okay, it's leaking. Okay, this sucks, whatever. And you put a Band-Aid over it, right? And it stops leaking for a little bit, okay? Stops leaking for a bit. But you notice that, at some point the Band-Aid falls off and you need to put another one on a day or two later. And you have the money to go ahead and hire a plumber to get a new pipe. What are you going to do? Are you going to put another Band-Aid on, or are you going to go ahead and get a new pipe?
Is that question for me?
It's for you, and then we're going to go around the table. Are you going to continue to put the Band-Aids on, or are you going to go ahead and hire a plumber to put in a new pipe? Which one are you doing?
It's neither. It's neither. And
trying to be funny.
No, I'm not. I'm
We're
not.
moving
And
on.
I'm
All
not.
right, what about you?
No.
Hold on, we're moving on. Because we need some common sense here.
You guys are just
What are you
judging
doing?
me
Are you
because of the
gonna-
way
are you
that
gonna-
I'm looking right now, and
okay.
that's crazy.
No, okay. What are you doing? Are you going ahead and put another Band-Aid on, or are you going to get a new pipe?
I'm getting a new pipe. I'm calling the man.
What about you?
He's fixing it.
I call my dad because he's a plumber to know what can I do and if you have something so he can come at my place.
Yeah, but the point is are you going to get a new pipe, or are you going to continue to put Band-Aids on it, showing that it's leaking and it's getting worse?
So like, yeah. So like right now I'm doing my dishes in my kitchen.
Yeah, and it's leaking. It's always leaking.
I put a, how do you call something like that? A bucket under?
Okay, but I'm
And I
saying
finish.
you've been doing that for a while. Are you going to get call the plumber and get a new pipe because you have the
Yeah, I
money
need
to
a
do
new
so?
one.
What about you? What are you doing?
Need to fix it.
I'll get a new pipe.
New pipe.
I would definitely get a new pipe.
You? New
A
pipe?
new one.
Pipe.
You?
I wouldn't even put a Band-Aid. I would.
You would get the new pipe from the beginning.
Yeah.
Thank you for being honest. What about you?
I will call the service to
You
fix it.
to get it? Okay. So, and the reason why I say that analogy, ladies, is because I get it. You could potentially be the Band-Aid, right, and fix the situation, uphold it for a bit. But at the end of the day, if a pipe is bad, it's bad. And what I've realized is the more attractive a woman is, typically the more money she has to get a new fucking plumber and a new pipe. Women that are attractive have options. And when women have options, they can go ahead and replace you anytime with a better and more sturdy pipe. So what I say is that every girl, some girls might support you for a day. Some girls might support you for a week. Some girls might support you for 6 months. But at some point, the pipe is going to be replaced if it keeps leaking. So what I tell guys is, don't fucking leak. Or if you do, it better be for a short period of time. Because girls are typically always going to call the plumber and find a new pipe. No pun intended. So that's what I mean when I say, because girls sit there and say, I will go ahead and I'll come in and I'll take him when he's vulnerable or whatever. But for how long?
No, that's not
How
what I
many
was
times
saying.
you gonna put a
That's
Band-Aid
not
on?
what that's not what I was saying at all.
Myron,
That's not what I was saying at all.
No, but all I'm simply displaying with the analogy is women are prone to get a new pipe. That's what I'm trying to say. If they're attractive enough, they're not like she was honest about it. Oh, I'm gonna get a new pipe right away. That's how hot girls think.
That's what you're saying. It's called a project boy in a sense, and that means that you meet him in a situation in life where either he's vulnerable and you want to fix him up, or I don't know.
Build a man.
Yeah, you build
Let
a
me ask
man
you a
at
question.
the end of the day.
Have you had a project guy before?
Yeah,
How'd that go?
I moved on. No.
Thank you. And that's why you gave your answer, well, I'll just get a new pipe from the beginning, because you know what a Band-Aid is like. And that's what I'm trying to explain here. That's the analogy. Women understand that Band-Aids are temporary fixes, but if the pipe doesn't get fixed to some degree, I'm moving on. I'm getting a better, newer, sturdier pipe.
Yeah.
But
That's how
here's
women look at men.
Here's the thing, I guess, and I'm not trying to make any polemics on this table, but it's how you're raised, you know? As you said, the men bring bread to the table, but the women are the ones that would take care of the kids as they grow. Yes, in different countries, you have nannies, maids, whatever you want. But in a logic situation, you don't have that. And while the guy is providing, you're taking care of the household. So with that being said, it means kids. So it depends at the end how the woman raises the kids. Are they going to be independent? Are you